This is Disneyland for plant people. It kind of just started about 2 months ago because I had these calatheas and marantas and all the new names they've given them in pots for 20 years. Some of them were in the same 3-gallon pot for many moons. So it felt liberating to liberate them because now they're in a happy space. This was kind of an overgrown area because of this palm here. It's a Livingstonia cerebus. It's one of the meanest things you ever will run into. If you landed on this in a parachute, you'd be wishing you were still in the air. But that's what it's got, these terrible hard spines on all the leaf bases. A friend was here recently and he took a few of these, washed them with soap and water, and is going to put them in a showcase, because they're so unusual. It's just something quite positive. Here's a fresher one. Can you imagine that? It's it's hard as steel. I mean, they don't break or anything. I pity the poor squirrels that climb this. But I've got some spider issues with that. Anyway, so this was years, maybe 50 years of just accumulating calatheas primarily in that group. And then there's a few in here that you won't see in the trade. This one here is called Helen Kennedy. It's a cross of Luciana, but it's got a totally purple back of the leaf or dark reddish purple leaf on the back. Luciana has one that shows the same pattern, but it's in dark pinks and purples. So, but it's an interesting one. Like I said, it's not out there.
This one beside it has like a huge leaf. That's like the biggest leaf I've ever seen on one of those. I can't think of the name.
Yeah, I don't remember the names either that well. I don't remember people's names. I know you're Eddie. You can see these are Cerebus palms, just making a real nice effect over these. Different cool shade. So on the other side of these palms is, like I said, conservation company. So we have owls, and foxes, and all kinds of things that live in this area. Comes where we can see from the house occasionally. And of course raccoons and possums and armadillos and everything else that we have. Coming up so high north, I think it's probably the pure Williams eye crossed with something because it's unlike any of the others. It was sold to me in the 80s as a Williams eye, and I gave it to my friend David, who planted it in his landscape. And then about a year ago, he called me and said, "Barry, I'm going to demolish my house on 17th. You want that plant you gave me?" And David, which plant? I didn't remember it. This was like a little thing like that when I gave it to him. He says, "Oh, one of those philodendrons." I said, "Which one?" He says, "I think it's Williams eye." I got real excited because Williams eye is rare. I said, "Well, David, I can leave right now." He's like an hour away, so I shot over there and dug it up and planted it here, and it's just so happy. It's so tough. I mean, it's durable. Anyway, this is a cool palm, an Asian palm, Wallachia. Wallachia, and it makes a really unusual, when it flowers, it looks like a kind of a red football coming out the side, only maybe on a 6 to 8 inch stem. This big football's hanging off the side, and then it opens up and there's a million little white flowers in it. And 2 days later, all the flowers are laying on the ground and it dries up. It just comes out for a day or two, so it's only receptive, only whatever. I've never gotten seeds on it. But I don't have an army of scale insects just waiting to eat it.
Yeah.
They almost look like scale. But this is the narrow Cenerobum. So it has that curly leaf. And when it gets big, they get these real long leaves. They almost look like a Spiritus Sancta. They're gorgeous. Just a long, strappy kind of leaf. And hang kind of straight down like that, off of it. A big woody kind of a trunk. But these are just small ones. And actually these, for a while, were more valuable than Spiritus Sancta, in Asia particularly, because they're very sought after. In the tropical climates, these things are way different looking, way more beautiful.
Yeah.
But I found that this one is cold sensitive compared to the wide one.
Interesting. I have 2 of these upstairs.
like to fit in tight, but it's different. Just like, there's a few of them here. This guy here, this is Evans Eye, which is a known hybrid. Gets leaves about 4 times this size. It gets at least about, 6, 7 feet long and about 4 or 5 feet wide. It's incredible. There's a beautiful leaf, totally bulletproof. Unfortunately, the oak trees drop seed things in and it tears up the leaves. Look at that palm. Wow. Yeah. While we're on the subject of palms, I'm going to surprise you with this one. Oh no, I can't surprise you. You've already been to Dr. Block. Generally, the newer growth comes out more yellow, like this one here. Really nice for you, possibly. It's pretty twisted.
That is really.
Now, these are some of the. This is one of the mother and daughter hybrids.
Yeah.
Where you see this little satellite of a leaf hanging off almost every leaf on here. Let's see. This is a big one, crossed with one of those types. So it also has the appendiculated leaf. Technically, it's all one leaf, but it has this appendix between the two sections. And typically on this one, it's bizarre because the tip of the leaf comes out of the middle of it. It's almost like a nasturtium or something. Look at how it grows out of the top of the middle of the leaf. Like, grows right through the leaf, it seems. This is the black sugar palm. It's Oringa, it's the genus. It gets bigger than that. They made sugar from it. It's called jaggery. You read old pirate stuff. Hundreds of years ago, there was a sugar called jaggery that was actually made from this when they could harvest the sap, kind of like when it's flowering, there's a lot of sap flowing in it. They found a use for it anyway. To make some sugar. This is an unusual tree, and it's Australian, I believe. We never got an ID on it, but I suspect it to be a brachiochiton. Now, talking about brachiochitons, this one here. Brachiochiton rupestris. This is the Australian bottle tree. The trunk on this eddy gets as big around as it gets tall. It makes a big ball of a trunk. I mean, like just a big round wooden thing that could even hollow out and make like rooms out of that.
And the branches just stem out from it?
It's just on the top. And they have these eyes on it, so people in the Asia believe that they're watching them because it has all these little eyes. Well, it's a spiritual tree to them, so they figure if you're near it, you better behave yourself because it's something they're watching. Mexican sunflowers. And just locoliuses and some herbs.
He's got bananas growing too big.
Yeah, there's a bunch of bananas. The only trouble is they all get ripe the same. And you end up, what do? You can't give enough bananas away. This thing I did. And behind them is a bunch of tomatophytums. And above them are these soap floss trees.
That's gorgeous.
Soap floss.
I'm just gonna keep pouring.
So this one hasn't flowered yet. This one gives red flowers. This is Ceiba. This is the genus Ceiba. Ceiba. This is Ceiba kapok. It's the kapok tree that kapok that they used to use to fill life preservers and things. It makes like a cottony material. When these flower, it looks like a big cotton ball. After they flower, they make a fruit. When that opens, it looks like a big 1 foot in diameter ball of cotton all over the tree, like somebody. But they have these very stunning shots, if you can see. This one's quite different from the other many of these things that I have on this area.
No climbing up those.
Another Australian, this is Brachiochiton rupestris. This one is unusual in that it flowers out of the trunk. So from the very trunk, the flowers come out in the spring, and they last halfway through the summer. Carmine red, little miniature tulip-like flowers, but they actually come out of the trunk itself. I'm looking if there's any odd buds, because every once in a while there'll be some coming out of season.
Oh.
It's not the regular Norfolk pine. It's in that group of araucarias. But it has this peeling birch-like bark and beautiful coppery color. And from what I can tell, it's going to probably go for the sky. It's ready going for the sky. Behind it here, this is another Australian. This is only found on one island. You have a mosquito right in your head here. Oh, gotcha.
Thank you.
There's a little island off the Queensland, Australia called the Magnetic Island. It sounds like the Lost series, but it's actually a place that's actually magnetic somehow. Yeah. I don't know what's there, but it's the only place in the world to find. Yeah. Huh. Gotta tell you, she will shut up. Hey, this is
It is.
This is field of leaf. Stenocarpus sinuata. It's called the firewheel tree. The flowers look like a bicycle wheel with yellow spokes and orange flowers. It's one of the most magnificent things. I've never seen it bloom. I've grown this for about 15 years. When I got it at Mounts Botanical Garden, the lady says, Barry, don't expect to see it bloom in your lifetime.
Oh, wow.
But it gets like 300 feet tall in Australia. It's a really tall tree, straight up, and these tough oak-like leaves or fern-like leaves. It's really unusual.
Was there something around it, like holding it up?
Yeah, it was held up with a rope around it while it was planted. He was tipping over. It just made this constricted enough to make, okay, down here we're going to make our spines a little bit C-R-I-C-K-L-E, prickle. So this plant is famous for its huge prickles. That's the seed. That's the seed. Another saber tree in the same genus. This is Saber pentantra. This plant is now cosmopolitan in tropical areas all over the world. It's one of the largest trees in Central America and in the rainforest. It gets also 200 or 300 feet tall. It also gets buttress roots, which means it makes a flat root that comes out for as much as 15 feet away from the thing. Something you can hide behind like a wall. Straight to the middle. That's a bromeliad moving here. That's kind of unusual. Looks like the is.
There's a couple blooms. 3.
And a few things in here. Some other Australian trees. I know these some seed. These are another brachychiton. There's 4 or 5 different kinds that I bought from a place in California called Hudson Seeds, like over 40, 45, 50 years ago, and moved them as I moved around here.
Look how cute those flowers are.
That's called the mandarin hat plant, because each flower looks like a little Chinese hat. And it comes in 4 colors, red, orange, there's yellow back here, and a much darker, beautiful orange.
That's pretty too.
This is the Mergia, the black-eyed Susan vine. And it makes lots of seeds, so you can, this is seeded here. You can just take those on and want eggs that are bright yellow. They weren't as good to the people there. They believed that they had to be like orange, not yellow yolks.
That's so interesting. Yeah. Just
there's another weirdo that does.
Wait.
Yeah, those are the leaves. He's so tiny.
What is this?
It's a succulent. I think it's I have to look up the name. I used to have the names in my head.
That's okay.
Anyway, I can find the trees. It's in all these succulent books. That's the Ficus triangularis, the green form. And that's one of those bonsai ones. These are passion fruit.
Oh, wow.
The big yellow passion fruit. They just finished. Here's a flower that opened.
There's a green one up there.
Okay. There you go. You can see it up close. But look at the details of just where these purple parts are connected and why it was thought to be. It looks like a person. So they believe this is like Jesus on the cross kind of thing. That was the mythology of it. But look at the perfection, geometric perfection of the way they are. And there's like 500 species of these things, from little tiny things to, ones with fruit as big as a football. Love them. The kids love them too. They're really sweet. A lot of people, when I get like vitamin C every day, I find a berry right. Gotta look under them to see the berries. So there's one green one.
That's good.
Is it yummy?
Strawberry tree.
Muntingia.
Muntingia.
Yeah, that was it today.
The little green one.
Yeah, some of them, they come. It's really easy to grow, but when it gets near freezing, it dies. You gotta start over. Corrugated, you see the flowers here, the buds. And you see some of the leaves are half moons, but it comes out with a yellow variegation that turns a silvery color. So it's like the yellow one in the front. It's the same genus. Habermontiana, I always say it wrong, or something like that. It's also called Cape Jasmine or false gardenia. It's a cool tree. Here's another cool tree. This is that leaf.
That looks like that Caladium.
Caladium Thai Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and it even gets the color. It even gets the red color.
But what is it? What kind
hibiscus.
That's a hibiscus?
This is called beach hibiscus. And in the summer, it does these cool leaves. You know, gotta take one off to look at it good. Well, look what it's doing here. That's something else. Venation. Then in the winter, it does that. 2 different leaves on the same tree.
Wow.
It gets to be a big tree, flowers, and it grows along the beaches somewhere in the world. So they call it the beach hibiscus.
That is so cool.
Different, right? Another interesting plant. Unfortunately, the timing wasn't good to catch the bloom. This blooms all during the warm weather. This is the Chinese perfume tree. When this blooms, the whole backyard smells like this beautiful jasmine. It's like a perfume or aftershave, but everybody loves it. It's this kind of smell that's not offensive, and you just can't get too much of it. That's delicious. You know what I mean? So that's why they call it a perfume tree, because it's like a perfume. Little tiny yellow balls are actually the flowers. And when you see them, the smell in the evening is just exotic. And it's never overpowering, because some of the midnight jasmine, you have to cut it up and dump it somewhere far away from your house, because it's so strong, it's like invasive. But this is just beautiful.
Perfect.
Some of the other portalides are blooming here and down here and all over back there. Now let me see. It's a few things here. I know you like variegation, huh?
I like everything.
What's your stuff? I had a lady fall here just the other day. After they got right up, I was going to take that chair. I'm here to catch her. These are some other new leaves here. I love the new leaves on the variegates.
That's so pretty.
These are metaphytums from seed. I grew a lot of seedlings too. These 3. This one I imported from Indonesia. It was $250. And look at it. That was as much variegation as I've ever had. These are all new since that. I'm disappointed, but these are cool. These are different cast iron plants. Aspidistras. This is my favorite one.
That's pretty.
The flowers look like an octopus. They're starfish.
Oh, wow. Hi, fishies.
Well, I put one of my favorites, otherwise I can't find them. Never mind.
You can text it to me or send it to me on Facebook.
Watch your step here, but work it. Oh, yeah. The blue eye is the calathea, that when it starts blooming, it doesn't stop. It just makes a flower, and then before that flower falls, it makes another flower. And it doesn't have anything but green in the leaves. Here's the flower. There's the old flower, a month or so old. There's the newest one still opening.
That's so pretty.
Isn't that beautiful? And it's been here for 20 years right here. Cariotas, fishtails. And they make these big, different colored trunks. There's two here, this one and this one. But they make a beautiful shade, and the leaf is about 20 feet long. And it just, the shadow of it is like perfect shade for. You'll see here. That's Marie here. Marie makes the funky flowers that are
That's pretty.
Shaped bubble.
That black inflorescent.
This greenhouse, I jokingly call it the vault.
The vault?
My vault. Yes, you are. Yeah. So,
wow.
Mostly variegated Monstera mints and variegated Oreos, snowdrift, some other what do you call it? Gigantium lizard.
You have everything in here.
Well, not everything. This is not the everything greenhouse. It's the next one. Some Tortum, a bunch
That's
of
gorgeous.
Dark Lord, a bunch of this size, Kuro, all the names they gave him. There's no bad name things. A couple of odd things. This is an oddity. It's not anybody's collection. It was collected by a friend of mine named Brad Moore. It was named by Dr. Crowett as Moriai. So it's and it's probably the only plant of it because he didn't have any. Brad had a stroke and didn't have any luck with his plants. These are the big Discipians. That's just that gigantic leaf that you see on my. This is the bird's nest I was talking about. That's reflexive of them. It's got the beautiful textured leaf. The new growth, look how it comes out, this kind of flesh-colored new growth.
Looks like it was like almost sunburnt.
Yeah, something. But these are some of the tomatophyllums that didn't fit over there. So that section's like all tomatophyllums. Philodendron campii used to be called Philodendron Lynette. It makes a beautiful rosette. I mean, it's hard to do this one thing now. But this rosette would be the original plant here. That's a gorgeous, this tissueculture, this, I see they have little plants for, $20 or something now. Some of the plants there. So it's out there, available. This one with the cup-shaped leaves, it kind of does, every leaf does that and then collects humus. And so funnels it down to it's like the other bird's nest. This Philodendron, cutifolium, certainly a big growing plant.
Yeah.
And then, there should be some Philodendron, Davidsonii mixed in here and some other ones that are really out of control. These are stuff I just transferred this afternoon.
Which ones are these?
These are all blue velvets here.
I need to get one of those. Let me buy one from you.
No, I'll give you some.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait till you see the Rusty model.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
So this is the famous mint.
Wow.
And there's three of them right here. You can see the new growth. Something you won't see on a lot of them is the holes, the fenestration. So this is a fenestrated, starting to get mature, large form. It's between the small form and the large form. And this is my three main girls right here. You can see the striping on the stems and all of them. That striping is, beautifully variegated.
Yeah.
So I saw one of these somebody for $200. But these plants are pretty valuable. I have to stop giving away. I was selling top cuttings for $65 and sending them to about 60 people. 2-3 years ago, I was like the Monstera guy for these.
Now you're the Anthurium guy.
Well, I mean, I'm not, but I'm lucky enough to know some like you. People that are just as into it as you can be. That's true pothos there. You ever seen it? That's a rarity. It took like 5 years to finally grow up the stick. I love it.
That's amazing.
This is Bessie AF. This is one of my variegated
Look how pretty that is.
Then there's a new one down here. You'll see this one, the newest one. It's striking.
Wow.
And all of these are showing some degree of the same kind of variegation, so I'm feeling it's a stable one. Hard to tell. Leah's, they took a hit. They didn't like the cold. This phylactis, whatever it's called, didn't like it. This is one.
Yeah, that is.
Well, I just read up on these this morning in the ratio, because I was wondering why they're going down on me. So they seasonally come up and down, but they grow in limestone. So in limestone, they're growing in acid here, so they need to be
more
changed
basic.
out. This is an odd thing. It was sold to me as a Rhaphidophora swallow. This leaf here.
Oh, that is so cool.
It's still on a piece of cardboard. They sent it to me. And then there's a few other things still on cardboard. This is that Ficus villosa.
I've always wanted to feel one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like...
It's fuzzy.
Yeah,
some of the gingers have really
weird.
cool texture. These. This big leech eye.
That thing's
this
huge.
This is John Bantha cross called Macrolobum cross with Faustino giant. So it's a beast. It gets bigger than that if you're gonna do them.
That's pretty.
Yeah, one of the and of course these are the beautiful pipers.
Yeah, I love those.
They're gorgeous.
Look at the red.
I know. There's some really interesting ones. These are piper. Here.
I have this one. This Cissus color.
I also have another Cissus.
Wow.
This is Piper Bright Eyes. And then this.
That is. Oh my goodness.
This will get you even more excited, girl. Piper Nigrum Albo.
Wow.
Look at the new growth, how pink it is, purple.
That is
gorgeous. It's a wonder of nature. A wonder of nature. And easy to propagate. You can grow these from a leaf.
Wow.
All pipers. There's a couple other pipers you'll see as we wander through.
Barry, your collection.
I haven't seen anything yet.
I bet. We just got in here.
This is the Warmouse. That's Patricia. Patricia, and this is Patricia here. So they have to go in the house before it gets below 50 degrees, or I lose them. This is a tricolor Scindapsus they imported.
That's pretty.
It's not that much different than the ones we have, but I did get some cool ones. Cissus amazonifera, which is now around, and then this is a Cissus, a silver Cissus, different from. Maybe that's not it. I'll show you the silver one. These I love. These are Labicias.
I like those too.
They're hard to grow. They're a little bit like maybe for a closed terrarium or a case. As soon as it got dry here, I started losing, this is a beautiful Ardesia with purple leaves. This is the other one. It didn't like the cold at all. Well, these leaves, it's its energy back. Anyway. These are, this is,
that's really pretty.
gorgeous.
Yeah. You're going to have me start collecting these.
No, I'll just send you home with some of this and some of that.
Yeah, I'm going to start.
There's all Cissus back here.
I'm going to start making them proper.
Another cool Scindapsus from overseas. And this one I got at the show. It's a rogue cross with Esmeraldensis.
That's really
we'll
pretty.
See if it, that's flower coming on Lutherite.
I just got one of these not long ago.
This is a cool weed.
A weed?
Yeah, this thing, that does.
That's pretty too.
You go sneeze, they're roughly.
Yeah.
There's some of those Cladian Pleiades back there, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Believe it or not, this is a local at the end of the cross. This thing here, there's a rook. It sold to me years and years ago on an airway show as a rook crossed it, unknown. There's a what do you call it?
Really dark looking.
Yeah. Ace of Spades. That was actually a narrow Ace of Spades. The wider one went through a change here. It's just starting to come back to life. This is one of Amy Donovan's. I just took the pollen from this and I put it on a really beautiful one over there. So right now I'm going to continue to cross this pollen because this was an amazing plant. It's typically the mother came from's over there, and it's steril. Hasn't made its flowers, 50 berries, and one might have a seed in it, and the rest have jelly in it.
Oh,
so
no.
It's not a good producer. Backing up here, this is, this one here is special. That's the one from Fairchild Botanic Gardens. It's a clone. This was like, I don't know, $650 from,
wow.
one of my friends. Seriously, that's what it cost.
What is the most what's the most expensive plant that you've ever bought? Maybe you don't have it now. And how much was it?
Oh,
I always like to ask people that.
Yeah,
Mine?
I really can't say without,
embarrassing.
No. Unfortunately, my memory, I have a way of forgetting how much money I put in this stuff. I used to.
Same.
No, when I worked for the post office, I had a regular route, 35 years. I was like, for the long run, looking to retire someday. I stuck it out for the 35 years. I wish I quit much earlier. Anyway, I don't know where to go with the story. My brain is.
We were talking about expensive plants.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I would take $800 every 2 weeks, and I would spend on anything I wanted. It was my spending money, and I'd spend most of it on plants or soil or fertilizer or watering stuff. So for a long time, I had a kind of an allowance that went into building up a collection of plants. Then I got involved with the Village Society, the Arid Society, the Fern Society, the Fraternity Society, and it became, I had this whole group of plant people in my life that influenced me, and we shared plants. In the old days, we wouldn't sell them to each other. We just give them to each other. Yeah. I don't get that way now with people that you're close with. It's not about the money. It's about, if you get excited about it, I'm glad to see you get excited about it. So, that being said, Ashley, find yourself a little. Yeah. That's another weed here. That's the piper, the elbow piper here. But it's not a steady, rooter. Here's
it's got like little bubbles.
This one. So this is, I can't remember the damn name. I'm losing my mind, though. 15 feet long, beautiful, aeroid-like leaves, looks like an Anthurium. Great venation. Look at that closely.
Yeah.
And then here, this for you.
For me?
You can have that.
Thank you.
And then, we'll hook you up, this one here. We gotta back up a little bit here. Boom, boom, here we go. Should be the black ones here. Black ones here. This is the black one. It looks like a black leaf speckled with spray paint. So take that. Now let me see what I missed here, because I was going to give away these.
Backing up. So when do you have to start moving things inside? About what time each year?
2 months ago.
2 months ago?
I have to start in September, or I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Everything in a pot goes in the greenhouse, under. Look for the leaves.
Wow.
It's like an emergent leaf on an aeroid or something. But it's, can't remember the damn names. I used to be really good about all these names, seriously.
It's okay.
As I'm getting older, I'm like, having to pull shit out of my brain that doesn't come out. Just got that.
I missed that.
Yeah, Marie funny. Yeah, Marie gave it to me. And I saw Marie, she thought, you know these? You gotta be kidding. Yeah. Her husband, Steve, made the cross. And it's a hard cross to duplicate. So I said, hell yeah. And I feel like I should sell it now while it's valuable. Circus Peanut. But Al, everybody corrects me and says it's probably one of the Amy Donovan's other crosses that she made in the 80s. This is the baby. Let me show you mom. Oh, that's the flower.
Oh.
That's it. It's actually making berries.
Yeah. Look at that red sinus.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, hey!
Like I've always been worried about, like I don't like not being in control, or not control, but like the fact that stuff is melting and you don't even realize that it says, oh, hey, I'm high. Okay.
You don't even have that. You're in another world.
Yeah.
There's subtle drugs that do that to you. You don't even know you're affected.
Yeah.
It's like you're another person, another reality.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
DMT, is what it's called. That's
A different.
Anthurium pacificum. It used to be
This
called
is?
Peanuts. Yeah, it's an Anthurium.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it there. It's not called pacificum.
That is so cool.
There should be some little plants here.
You want to get right here?
Yes.
So I can just admire.
So this is an Anthurium, and usually they grow like this or like this, but this is vining like this. I would have never known that was an Anthurium.
Well, the limon is also one that vines, and then it splits. Where's the limon? Over here. But come on back. So,
Yeah.
I can't remember the stupid name of this. Hypersylvaticum.
Hypersylvaticum.
Sylvaticum. Right? It looks gorgeous. Just a beautiful.
Yeah.
Easy to grow. Pipers like it.
You just got a little baby Anthurium.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
The weeds around here.
This is Piper Bright Eyes. Put that in her pile, would you please?
Oh, it's gotten some nice roots too. Don't break them.
That's rooted. It's rooted.
Hey guys.
Yeah, come around here. This is gorgeous. Look at that thing. A little dirty.
Yes. I saw some at the Air Raid show.
Yeah, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
But
of course.
It just was one leaf when I got it. And it's done that since. It's just stuff that falls off the roof. It messes up things. There's some other things from the show that I need to give some attention to.
All little variegated babies.
Seedlings. So this is where a lot of the seedlings.
What do you have upcoming for the people of the social medias?
Oh, all of these. I mean, all this is like.
All of these.
I mean, a lot more than just this. If this is just the stuff that fit here in the room.
Do you have any new crosses that you're going to release soon?
You know, to be honest with you, I don't intentionally make certain crosses. I let the mystery surprise you. Let the mystery be, like the song. So, my record keeping is
not there.
Often criticized because I don't have much record keeping. I do try to put a stick in each thing, so I know that if it says Pappy X or it says Phoenix or it says Bessier, so there are some mag hybrids, Viterifolium, Black Beauties, so there's a whole bunch of Black Beauties left. Stubby Magnificum. These were
you got some white ones
bird's nest types. And there's some more dark magnificums. I don't know what the hell that says. That's another Black Beauty.
Probably.
And then these look like phoenixes.
Are those the ones that get the red sinus?
No, they're not pure phoenix like the dark phoenix. Yeah. It's just this plant that looks a lot like phoenix. I just call it phoenix type. These are pipers too.
Oh, I love these. I saw one at the store and I meant to get one. I never did.
That one, no.
Is that one of Dr. Block's plants?
This is Zara. Michelle by Zara.
That's gorgeous. So
what's the fella's name that's selling his plants?
Dr. Block? Yeah. He was with Living Colors, and now he's going to be working with perfect choice, an aeroid greenhouse.
Well, I thought it was Oasis Greenhouse was the guy's company.
It was Living Colors. I don't know what
no, there's another one called Oasis Nursery that he was the guy selling these plants at the show.
Oh, so he was getting them from Living Colors. Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I thought he got them from Dr. Block himself, but it
Aren't
doesn't
they
matter.
pretty?
It's just, yeah, I have another one somewhere, but this one's really nice.
This one's probably one of the nicest ones I've seen, other than Dr. Block's himself.
Check this out. It's like a...
Is that the...
It's not caramel. It's not Pluto. It's not Jungle Boogie, and it's not any of the other enticed ones, but it's a green one that had a little bit of splash that I just saw.
Yeah.
From Indonesia, though. And this is a variegated decursify. You can barely see some variegation, but I'll let you know in a couple of years if that makes it. That's another cool plant.
I tissue cultured golden saw, and I have a couple that put off. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'd like to see them.
Yeah. I'll send you one.
In Tampa? Or?
No, I in Atlanta.
Yeah. This is a cool plant I imported. I think it's Schwartz, but it could be a reference for.
That's
interesting.
Gorgeous.
That's potential.
Look at all of these he's created. All these little babies.
This is all stuff I grow from seed. This is the stuff that's been in here for a couple of months. The stuff that's just coming out of the house. Because I have a whole half a room with lights on it, and basically I just grow seeds in there. Right now I have 10 or 12 variegated seedlings because the variegated ones I baby, hoping that they live and continue to variegate, but unfortunately that's not necessarily the case. But come on through here.
What is this Anthurium? It's really pretty. Do you know? Like,
I have no idea.
It's gorgeous.
But I found that it takes 3 or 4 years or 5 or 6 leaf before they even get the darker color, like the Ace of Spades. I'll show you some. I don't even know I had them back. My friend Christiana came over, and she said, I said, there's some plants back there. In the next greenhouse we go, and I'll show you where I sent her. I said, see anything you want back there. Those plants are getting abused. So she pulled out the only Ace of Purple I had. There are 5 plants in it. She says, can I take this? I go, well, can we maybe share? Because they go for hundreds of dollars. These ones. I'll show you the ones in the next greenhouse. These are some little Polka Chens. No, this is dress rye here. That's a dress rye, believe it or not. But I have a little Polka Chens.
I love those.
There's another dress rye over here. Anyway.
Look at your Adobiphanes. But I can't say it the way that everybody else says it. Adobapoense.
I'm really bad with naming pronouncing. That's a pretty one too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. This is mostly the mamas here. So this is the one that's kind of phoenix-like. Look at that leaf.
You got
so that's what it looks like. So it's an interesting plant. It's not a true dark phoenix, but it's the closest thing. I was calling them happy crosses because I was ignorant. And then I realized it looks a lot more like these phoenix ones that I've seen, which look like they had Quiolens crosses, the phoenix.
Yeah, they're pretty.
That curlingness at the edge of the leaf.
I love that curly.
Here's some Philodendron giganteum. That's a Medium zeppelinium. A real cool fine one. This is a species, I think, that I got from Ecuador. Species magnificum, but it's look at how different it is from everybody else. I apologize. I was going to come in here. I was supposed to have a plant tour Thursday.
Oh no!
And from 2 different clubs, I expect like 50 people to come through here. And of course, we had the hurricane Thursday, so we canceled it. But this was the 5th time we canceled it with one of the plant clubs.
Oh no!
So they were also disappointed. I said, well, it was supposed to be here at 10:30 in the morning, and that's when the hurricane hit here. But luckily, I was smart enough to not have people out here because there would have been little trees falling back there. Here's more seedlings. Phoenix, so that's that Phoenix-looking one. There should be a tray or 2 Bessiers, and then here's more and more.
These are what I'm into right now, all of these plants.
Yeah. So, this is the one I was calling rock, because I had this gigantic, but I had the tiniest little seed, so it was almost a joke. That, the rock was so skin-integrated seed production. Feel this one though, like texture.
Is that the Splendid? No.
No.
Yeah, no, I realize
it's a
that.
Piper.
It does feel
Another
like
Piper, right? Gorgeous. And easy to grow compared to Splendidum would be done. This just got nicked. I might have just done this. This is
oh yeah, that's
Little Norum. Feel the petioles here. That's something.
It's like triangular.
It's triangular and very sharply ridged.
That's so cool.
We've had several people come through here, so we could have. It's easy to do that. As we go down this way, we'll see a few others. So, one of those Anthurium Circus Peanuts is this band over here. This is Blue Velvet. There's the blue leaf.
Yes.
All right, it's very blue compared to the plants around it. And it's on all the leaves. There's the newest leaf there.
Wow.
Blue Velvet. And seeds coming here, hopefully. And this was receptive yesterday, so I put the pollen from this plant on that. Here's the...
Look at the black X.
There it is.
Wow.
Now that's what that other one back there I said was a circus peanut or an This is the mama plant. This is sterile. Makes lots of berries, almost no seeds. If you get 2 seeds out of an inflorescence, you're lucky. Usually you get none. So I have 3 seeds from the last inflorescence that was here. And I'm hoping I might get another 1 or 2 here. But it's different. It's very different. Look at that texture.
It's gorgeous. You've got a little begonia hanging out of the bottom of that pot.
Oh yeah, they're weeds here. We got, this is the weed. And this is the weed. This is the chocolate plant. This is grown. And if you look in Shirley Marx's book about the plants in Brazil, this is used in landscape plants.
Yeah.
Don't bad of it because it's shiny. When it gets so high, it's got the weird little flowers.
I got one of these at the Air Ridge show, and it was covered in mealies. By the time I got it home, it was goner.
There's also one that's shaped like a hand. Another Dorstenia. All of them have the same weird flowers, but their weeds, they come up and stuff here. Yeah, you can see here. Sorry, running out of light here. Back here, Jungle Giant. That's the one I call Jungle Giant. There's the leaf.
Wow.
It's a beauty.
Yeah.
These are the Larranervum crossed with Festina Giants. You can see seeds coming on them. That'll be another 4 or 5 months before they turn orange. They get twice as big as that.
Wow.
And back here, this is a Gonatopus. It's an African genus. This is, I think, 9 species. They're West Africa. They have the knee in the middle of the stem, as you'll see here. The knee.
Oh, wow.
They call it the giraffe plant, the one that's gotten loose into the trade, and it comes up in everybody's yard once you have one. Every leaf that falls off of it, or breaks off of it,
turns into another plant.
This thing will just fall down, and right here it'll get roots. In a couple of weeks, it makes a bulb. Within a month, it's got a little plant coming right up next under it. They come up everywhere. This tall one's rare. The giraffe one, everybody that got plants in Florida's got that now. It's that invasive, but this one hasn't gotten around. They call it the Jolly Green Giant because it's such a big, strange plant. There's 3 through here.
This plant, like, this entire plant would be like more than your car.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, these go for big bucks.
Are they
like $1,000 at least a leaf? No,
about
because
$1,000 a leaf. But a big one like this, well, auction there's people that have.
And he's got a whole greenhouse of them back there. He has no idea. He doesn't know plants, but I'm trying to teach him.
Yeah, that's some new crosses I just got.
That's so cool.
There's 3 or 4 new ones here. And let's go to the next greenhouse for it just keep going.
Let's go. Let's go.
So here, these are all seedlings that came out of the last couple of weeks.
Wow.
Like indoors. So you see all these little trays?
Yeah.
One is these. That was this morning.
Oh, wow.
That was yesterday. So I'm just trying to keep the acorns from tearing them off.
Yeah.
What I have to do here is go around every morning and get all the leaves that they can just smother them.
Yeah.
You see, they don't all make it, but I make enough to where if a few of them make it, it's fine. And you can see some really, these are kind of herbals here.
Pretty.
Some white and variegated Anthurium by Festinos, and then I got Necromobum by Festino, and I got Pedala radiata, which are over here. These are the pedalos. Those are seedlings, and that's just the first leaf. You can see this has gotten a little too much rain with the hurricane in there. Stuff's washed over I'll lose half of those. What is it? Forget ice. Okay, just my luck. Anyway.
So what helps it grow also kills it, huh?
Well, yeah, we had, we had 4 inches of rain in one afternoon the other day from the storm. So some of the pots are washed out, but when you grow so many, it doesn't matter. You don't have room for these, let alone, the ones that are going to survive the winter. So this I'll probably cover with frost fall. We'll try to move into the aisles of this greenhouse. I still have some aisles in this greenhouse. It's packed. They'll have a little room back here. Feel the back of that leaf.
Oh, wow.
Look at this thing. Feel the leaf itself. It's got all this contorted,
that is really neat.
So they call this one crocodile. It's in tissue culture. It's a Dieffenbacher. But none of the other Dieffenbachers do this. This is bizarre. This is Big Red. This is my favorite philodendron right now. I love the back of the leaves. Even the oldest leaf. Look at the D-shaped petioles with the ridges on the edge, like lasagnas.
Have you seen the Weeks Red philodendron?
This is here.
Oh.
That's Weeks Red.
Mine is like massive. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
It does get really big. I cut them up.
I have it sitting in my house. It's like 6 foot wide by 6 foot this way and about 5 foot this way.
I tell people aeroids are space hogs. You want to build a little greenhouse, you better make it like 5 times as big as you plan.
Yeah.
And you'll be sorry you didn't make it bigger because they're going to take over. Look here.
Yeah.
I don't even have room for another pot. That's the superbum here. And bird's nest, that's real.
That's never stopped. That's never stopped you though.
No.
Not happy. So these are from the show. This I got at the show. Beautiful one.
I got a small one.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. And these are Queen of Hearts. There's 3 of them from Bill. And then that's one of my seedlings here. So you see some of these seedlings end up taking up a whole lot of space. That's the Aurea Syngonium.
That's so pretty.
And I got a lot of the white ones too. Somewhere in here. I haven't seen it in a while. I might have buried it away. Things get buried away. There it is. I was looking for this and it's common. But this silly thing. Hey, you. That's understood. But behind it is this variegated Epipremnum.
That's pretty.
Ampillacean. Yeah. And so when I replaced the glass, it looks like there's a hole in the roof. That's what happens to the glass here in Florida. I just got this to close. I'm just getting stuff closed up. I got 2 panes of glass there to replace and one little hole there and another one down. But this is so full of, I can't get to what's there unless I move all this out to get to it. And then and what I want to do is clean the glass on the inside here. So it means taking everything out of here. Well, I'll do like 10, 15 feet.
Yeah.
Take everything outside and move everything this way as I finish, then put whatever I took out first that way.
Yeah.
But it's pain in the ass, really. This is 27 years that this glass has gotten dirty. This greenhouse was an ad in the Flyer. Like a little magazine you get in the mail. $300 used greenhouse. 25 feet by whatever it was. $300. A pile of parts. It looks like whale's ribs. Just the aluminum extrusions were just on a pile, and other things just pieces. No instructions. A bunch of broken glass. Some of the curved glass was intact. Spent about another $1,000 on extra things to finish it. I had to put up a block wall. I never set block in my life. I called my friend. I said, "Hey, what do I need to do? I need to make a footer and put up a 32-inch wall." And he says, "Yeah, buy these 3 things. Go to Home Depot, get a torpedo level, a triangular trowel, and something else. That's all you need. Here's how you do it." 15 minutes later, I went to Home Depot and I was building it. I dug the trench. I filled it with, I mixed concrete in the bags and put concrete in the trench. It was going uphill. It wasn't going to be square. And I realized that when I started putting the blocks in, just because it was uneven. I didn't know shit about getting everything level. But my wife and I put this up in one summer. In 96, we finished. And neither of us got a single scratch or sliver or cut from all that broken glass and doing all this.
Wow.
Not only were we that safe about the construction, but every piece of glass fit in perfectly. If it was just a little bit out of square, the glass wouldn't work. Yeah. But my friend on the phone told me the other thing to get was a long piece of string that doesn't stretch, and go corner to corner, mark it in the middle. When both the dots in the middle of that string meet up, you're perfectly square. You have a 50-foot string that way, a 50-foot string crossing, and those dots line up. You adjust it. That's the key. If you didn't tell me that trick, it would have been successful. But we were tickled that everything worked. So I dug a pond out in back. Here was a fish pond because I had a white elephant palm, Pterodactyl elegans, beautiful palm with big fan leaves, the white on the bottom. And it got so big it wouldn't stand under the roof, which is about, 10 feet or more tall. More than that, about 12 feet tall. So I dug a hole and put this huge, like 100-gallon pot in. Couldn't hardly get it in the door. Set it down in the hole, and it lived. And I had to pull it out. It took 6 people to pull it out of the hole. Clean everything out, drag it out, and then put it out. We couldn't move it anymore. It got too big. Put it in the ground, and it died. So it was, my love affair with this particular palm was suddenly ended. But I realized everything's temporary. I'm just reading a book about the purpose of life is death. So, accept it. But
you just have staghorn ferns and
they're coming up all over. The shittiest, that silly skeleton key is up there. Staghorns.
These are orchids.
Are they?
Yeah.
You look up, there's big staghorns. They're just growing up glass. There's anthuriums in the corner there in the glass.
It's just crazy.
There's the Monstera dubious there. They're going up the glass, and in the other greenhouse here, they got some monsteras going up the side of the door. So back here,
this is like my #1 wish list right now.
This one,
the caramel marble.
Yeah,
I've been eyeing them for years since probably 2019. I think 2020. I thought they were fake after the pink Congo scam. I almost thought these were fake. And so I was like, nope, not going to touch it when they were super cheap. And
they're tissue culture.
Yeah.
No. This is a cool plant. Check that out. That's the leaf.
What is that?
That's the bat wing passion flower.
That is really cool.
Flowers over. That's about as big as a flower get.
Wow.
They're tiny, but it's a true passion flower.
That's so cool.
Crazy leaf. That's 6'8".
They renamed it, and I hate the name. It's called Big Ears.
Oh, okay, whatever. It's the name.
I don't like it.
No, this is the new neon variegated monstera with this neon green.
That's pretty.
So seems to be every leaf in the corner. What about that leaf?
That's gorgeous.
Anyway, it's a new clone, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
This is Anthurium here.
That's the one that starts with an S. I can't think of the name of it. It starts with an S.
Stadium Archaeology.
There you go.
This is a cool new wandering Jew. I'm not using it to be offensive. It just happens to be what the family it's in. It's Canthurium with a silver line. Easiest plant to propagate. You cut it in 20 pieces, every piece grows. That's one plant there. It's just
wow.
It's kind of like Callistia. Back here, all Anthurium seedlings here. Bigger plants here, bigger plants here. These are Angiopteris. It's one of the biggest ferns in the world. 20-foot fronds.
Is that the one that Dr. Black has in that conservatory?
I think he might have one, yeah.
It's like known as mulefoot fern or something like that.
I don't know about that. There's several species. There's one that's got beautiful nuts all up and down the stems. I saw years ago. I haven't seen since. There's a pond under these plants.
I see it.
And there's just
I won't step in it.
What do you call it? A ramp for a trailer holding up the plants over the pond because I just needed the room.
That's neat.
There's big regalia back there and some beach eyes. Funny is the vanilla beach eye. And more of the piper. That's that piper I just gave you there.
Nice. Hello.
This is limon here.
Look at that.
Limon?
I do not.
It's a vining one. It turns out to this will be beautiful.
That is beautiful. Look at that guy.
That's a ginger. Feel the back of that one.
That's so cool. You've got pollen right here.
That's good to know.
Lots of pollen.
So I've been trying to pull these up so the plant's got light. This plant in the back. Look at that thing. Anyone here?
Yeah.
Guess what it is?
I don't know. It's a philodendron.
It looks like a philodendron to me too.
Is it not?
Yes,
really?
Yes, Baka species. Look at that thing. It looks like a philodendron crassinurban.
Yeah.
Giant though. That's what I thought it was. I said, oh my god, I gotta buy that.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of stuff hanging around.
Up.
Frogs. There's frogs in here.
That's so cool. I like frogs.
Water dripping from
the... because you got both frogs back here. It's
reminding you they're still here, huh?
There's a cool variegated plant that's pretty stable. This is Aglaonina modestum. Variegated modestum. They call it spilt milk.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice plant. Easy to... It stays very good. These are albos here. There's a few of them. This is the one you were asking about.
Yes. I can't think of the name of it.
It's now one of the pedatums, but praying hands or something hands.
Oh, glad hands. There we go.
But Exotica listed it as philodendron quercifolia. So, and then there's now 4 different plants that they put into pedatums, and threatening to put this one in pedatum too. Gillipii. Yeah, that's another one. I think. But I love the,
look at the flowers.
Yeah,
they're skeleton.
These are from begonias here. Weed begonias that make tons of seeds.
Oh, wow.
They're like dust. But,
that's so cool.
They come up in everything, so that's what some of these, here they are. These are all just, it hasn't been long that this cutting was made, but and not just them, there's a lot of invasive things we have here.
Yeah.
And I don't have the strength of the ability to weed everything. So people tell me, oh, you gotta take the weeds out. The weeds are free. Weeds. Big regalia there, some other big, and I got a lot of seeds off of beach ice this year. I'm hoping to make seeds on Planoforum. That's another favorite. This is Verona. And these are some of the what's up with those here? The Sierriana type of the Monsteras from Mexico. And there's a Woodlingerite that's still corkscrew flower.
I love those. I got the AFF version of this from Ecuador. I imported it.
Okay. So I know
I'm really excited to see if it does it.
Yvonne was asking me if I had any Woodlingerized. I said I had a few, but they make the tiniest seeds. They were the most challenging of some of the areas.
Are they?
Well, for me, as far as starting from seed, they were the smallest seed, the harder the seed.
Yeah. What are these right here?
Those are lemons, like the one I just gave you. That Anthurium lemon.
Yeah.
It splits into 3 leaves. You see that picture?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bill posted it recently. He had one on a plank. Giving these things a wall or a plank to climb on lets them make their mature leaves. You've seen the big pictures of the brandy.
Yeah.
And how beautiful that looked. And here everybody else has little tiny things that they can't get big.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, Pepperpremnum, like, Oh, pothos, same thing. Put them on the wall and they get these beautiful big leaves. Grow them in a pot and you're never going to get them. That's the beauty of having a living lawn. That's a cool, one of the first hybrid, think of the name. It's a beautiful red leaf and it comes out like that.
That's pretty.
Philodendron. That's what twisted my brain. It's not something me, but other than that, you think I did, and I remember throwing the other favorite from Donian there. I think that's Three Kings.
Yeah.
I love it. That's true feel the leaf.
This the rugosum?
Rugosum. That's the true rugosum. So
wow.
The pig's ear doesn't have that rugose texture. And that's why I think this one in pig's ear is not a rugosum, but something else. But they'll figure it out. There's DNA in it. And maybe I'll be proved wrong. All allocages here, so it's a solid bed of allocages here.
I see some variegation. Looks like
all kinds of stuff back there, mixed in. These are all Anthurium stuff has to be a real nice one, yeah.
Yeah, that is.
It's got great lines.
Is this the Inferno or whatever?
Infernalis.
Infernalis, that's what it is.
So this is Infernalis. It doesn't, it'll get an oil sheen.
Yeah.
At a certain angle. A hard one to grow. I've tried from a lot of these. I keep trying. I can't say no to a pretty plant. That's my trouble. This is another interesting emergent leaf like that. It's gorgeous.
Ashley can't say no to a pretty plant either. It isn't often she finds one that isn't pretty.
Babe, look at the leaf on this. This right here.
Yeah, this one here is a
oh, that's how the leaf is?
Yeah, that's the whole leaf right here.
That's just
is it the Cryptosperma or something? Or
this is Cirrosperma.
Cirrosperma.
Yeah. Here's those stems too. Yeah, these are imports. They came in dead. And this one's starting to get some red.
I love those.
This is a different plant here. I don't know.
I think it's the same one. They'll go.
There are two of them here somewhere. See how things so squeezed together? I mean, I'm out of space. Still out of space. I do that with salad. You know, like 3/4 of it, but I can see what I have.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it's, I've been hoarding them forever.
I can see.
Well, I can always help.
Easy to do.
Just let me know and I'll come down and I'll help you.
All right, seriously. You can see what's...
And I'll end up buying like half of it probably, but...
One third of it she'll buy.
No, it's fun to find other people that are just as crazy as I am about plants.
I spent COVID. I don't know if you've seen my plant room. I built a plant room in my basement.
Really propagate.
Crazy.
I think that's pendants. That's related to this one here. Related to Ligorot.
Look at your bromeliads.
Yeah, that's a Neo.
That's so cool.
Horseflower type. And that just does this thing. It's in this basket and hasn't had any soil on it for several years. I forgot the block. This is one of the few things he gave me.
Nice.
When he first bought a lot of my glasswork, he gave me this plant, and it was in that very basket with some moss. And now it's living on air.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they can do that. Anyway, that's the 3/4 of the tour. If you had more light, I could keep going for a while. But
I'll have to come back soon.
Anthurium medium.
That's so pretty.
Split. There it is, fenestrated. I love the other mediums that have the holes in the leaf. Those two.
I love that one.
Yeah,
that's so
cool.
pretty.
That's another leaf right here.
Look, you've got just a little baby. I love those ferns.
I don't have a single main hair here that I planted. And around the fish pond here, it all popped up. They've been doing this for 2 weeks now, this noise. I don't know what they're doing here.
Oh, I was about to ask them.
I'm going for a walk. Okay, Deb.
Hey guys. Never mind. I was gonna touch them, but I have mosquito spray on my hands.
There's a cultivar, and we went up on a ladder, and I got him fruit and leaves, and we did photographs of, all the different aspects of the two plants. And he came to the conclusion that the mint was something in between the two. It wasn't the Ciliana type, or wasn't the big mint type, or big Graciosa type.
That's
these have invaded the whole front of my property up this way. Mm-hmm. They're all over the ground. And that way, you look up the trees of Epipednum pimmatum, way up in the tree.
That's so
500
cool.
feet that way, there's Campo Sportianum. All you want.
Oh wow.
Tons of it. It's like everywhere.
That's so cool.
Stuff just starting to grow up the walls. That's all Campo up the tree here. The 3 leaves and this
oh wow.
Syngonium mixed in, but it goes for 500 feet that way. Syngonium, there's Campo all over the ground. Looks like micans.
Yeah.
The 3rd or 4th leaf, it starts getting ears. And that's a staghorn that's got orchids in the top of it. So in the spring, it's supposed to like the staghorn's blooming pink.
That's so cool.
Just the way that's Campo up there. That's 3 leaves. And just hanging down, that's Campo hanging down.
That's so cool.
It's like a jungle in here.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love it. I'm in like heaven.
Someone gave out here, I don't know, a year or 2 ago, says, this is Disneyland for plant people.
Yeah.
So I started putting on my text. I said, this is where the fun begins. Just like Disney.
Yeah.
That slogan. So, but plant people usually agree.
It is. Yes.
All these Anthuriums here are going to have to be in the aisles of the greenhouse the next 2 weeks.
How are you going to manage that?
One by one. Like, that big one step at a time.